To walk this way, talk this way. Whatever, man. Sorry. Hey, well, this is the prediction video for the December 3rd fight for the WBA Super World Light Middleweight title in a WBB Light Middleweight title. I don't even... World Boxing Board. Hey, anybody got $4? I'll put in $4. You put in $4, and we'll create our own damn title. Let somebody fight for it. Just saying, you know, just saying. This is Miguel Cotto versus Antonio Margarito, and not exactly the world's happiest dude to do this, you know, but whatever. You know, it had to happen. This is one of those. It's gonna almost sound like an afterthought video how I start this out. So please bear with me in this. We're talking about Miguel Cotto, who's only 31, believe it or not, and you know, he's 36-2, 29 knockouts, still has a 76% knockout ratio. And looking at this, when you get into it, you got to wonder how many miles are left in the tank. Now, granted, the Yuri Foreman fight and the Ricardo Mayorga fight didn't really take a whole lot out of him. You know, it wasn't like he took a ton of punishment or anything like that at all. So, you know, not too worried about that. But the two fights he did lose, he suffered horrific beatings in. And when you look at that, he's not the same fighter he was before the first Margarito fight. He's not the same guy. And there's a half step off. But he's still very fast. He's still a very good boxer. He still gets in and gets out. He still works the power in there that's cumulative. He still has the chin, you know, the resiliency in the heart. All that. He works the body. He pounds the uppercuts. He's a nice counter puncher. And he uses his combos and he works that head to body. So when he's throwing combos, he's not just going straight for the head. He's actually working the body in as well. And he can get into wars, which leads him to being open. And it's a scary thing with him because you just don't know what's left in the tank when you start talking about Miguel Cotto. And I'm a fan of Cotto, so you guys should know that. He's cost me to lose my beard before. Going over to Antonio Margarito, who is 33, which you say to yourself, really? He's only 33? Same thing, you know. Got to wonder how many miles are on that. He took a good beating against Pacquiao, and Pacquiao looked like he was almost pleading with the ref to stop that fight. And I think Pacquiao backed off the gas on him, you know, so he didn't just like knock him out. Mosley starched him out, so, you know, since the Cotto fight, he's lost 2 of his last 3, I believe. So, you know, was his win over Cotto legit? You know, you got to look at that. You know, ever since the hand wrap gate, you know, ever since he became Margarito, you know, you got to wonder a lot of his wins. The Cintron win, you know, there's a few wins out there that you have to wonder because, I mean, before that, I mean, he was just an average fighter. I mean, he was good, but he wasn't, you know, that next step up. And then all of a sudden he started knocking out 3 or 4 guys in a row, and then boom, here he is. You know, so it was, you know, kind of sketchy there. You know, he is going to be the bigger fighter in this. His punch resiliency, you have to wonder about, but it seems like he does have it, because man, he took a lot of shots against Pacquiao. He starts slow, but he does break you down. He's a very active fighter, throws a lot of punches. He's a pressure fighter as well. He throws the straight rights to the body. He chicken wings when he jabs. Go over this. Pops the jab out, and then the right arm comes up, so he's open for shots. Throws very wide hooks when he's coming in, either to the head or to the body. Whenever he's throwing the hooks, they tend to be wide. Now, he has good power. He has good power in his uppercuts with either hand, with that, and that's a rarity. He is aggressive with his power shots, throws a lot of them. He's not the fastest guy, which means he can be countered. He does have a good chin because he took quite a beating. He will wart any time in there, and he will square up when he does tend to war, which means he's here, which leaves him a lot more open as opposed to being turned. So when you put all that together, you have to wonder if, looking at both the fighters, you got to wonder if Cotto's going to come out with that revenge factor. Is that going to be his motivation? Will he push too hard? You know, there's so many factors going into this fight other than just two guys going against each other, and even there's more going into the fight than two guys that are just fighting each other again for a second time. You have to wonder is he going to have memory failure, and what I mean by that is once he gets touched a couple times by Margarito and they might actually hurt him, will he flash back to their first fight and kind of, you know, start fading away as the fight goes on? Will we see that, or will he be up for this fight? Will that, not the revenge factor, but just, you know, I am Miguel Cotto. Look at me. I'm back. This is it. I'm healed. All that good stuff. You know, will he be able to do it? I mean, you really have to wonder about this. I think Cotto wins this by decision, but if anything other than that happens, well, I guess you'll find out in my after-fight afterthought, won't you? Yeah, a little teaser there. So I'll go with Miguel Cotto by decision in this fight. And please comment, rate, subscribe on this. And looking forward to hearing what you have to say, all right? Be my friend, be Eduardo's friend. We're all friends here. Okay, this is Bigragu. I'm out.